Hey guys, the fact that I'm recording this video right now and it's not even 10 o'clock yet, um, that's obviously a bad sign that I'm inside and not out running. I didn't finish the race. I made it 47.7 miles in a little over 11 hours, and I decided to call it quits then. Main reason was my legs were just feeling completely torn apart. My hamstring was hurting, my right knee was hurting, and I didn't think I'd even be able to make it to the cutoff time at mile 75. I had to be there by midnight, and the rate I was going, I didn't think I was going to make that. And even if I could, I thought if I continued to run, I risked the chance of hurting myself pretty bad and it taking even longer to recover. So I think I made the smart choice and decided to call it quits sooner as opposed to later and potentially save myself from getting too hurt down the road. I'll go into a little bit more detail about the race, but first I just want to thank everybody who has supported me. Marissa Morris-Jones drove 3.5, 4 hours up to, she was going to meet me and run from 75 on with me, and I called her and told her to turn back around and go home, so she spent hours on end in a car, and it was all for naught. And then my parents, my mom was here and my grandmother, and they were driving around and crewing me, and even my mom was trying to get me to keep going, but I was the one that said stop. And then everybody, all my friends, it's been amazing, all the people that have sent me messages, text, Facebook wall posts, phone calls, everything. People I haven't talked to in years, all the way up to people I met here in Richmond not too long ago and have only hung out with a handful of times. I mean, you guys have just, it's just great to have friends like that, and so I appreciate everything that everybody said, and to hear that a lot of you guys, I still have messages coming in as we speak, but even just to hear you guys say that you're proud of me, for going as far as I did, even though I fell way short. I can't really explain how much that means to me, so I really appreciate it. But as far as the race goes, I'm not going to go into too much of the detail of the course itself. I mean, it was just a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I think I underestimated it. I didn't give it the respect that I should have, and I don't think I was prepared physically. Even if my hamstring was fine and I had good legs and the humidity wasn't there and it was good weather, I still can't say for sure that I would have been able to do it. It just surprised me how difficult it was, and it was difficult physically, but it was also, my mentality going into the race just wasn't there. Every other race I've done up to this point, I've been aggressive and I've gone out saying, look, I'm going to run this distance and nothing less is acceptable. And up to this point, I've come through on that every time. And this is the first time that I didn't even come close. But my mentality wasn't there. I gave up pretty easily. The race dominated me, and I didn't even go out fighting. I let it stomp on me, and I just took it. So I'm very disappointed in my effort, and although in the long term I probably made a smart decision, I'll be able to bounce back and run sooner, and recover a little bit quicker, now that I made the choice to stop and not keep going. But just something with my mentality for this whole race. I think I just underestimated it, and I've got to be more prepared next time I go out. So I think I'll be back out, and I think I'll give it another shot. I've got to get healthy first. That's the most important thing. And once I get healthy, then I'll try to figure out how I can get more prepared for something like this. And then I'll try to figure out the mental aspect and try to just see what went wrong. I mean, did I underestimate it, or did it just beat me? It's possible that the course was just, it was too daunting of a thing for me to overcome this time. So I think I'll give it another shot. I don't like to give up like this and go out that easily. So I think I'll be back for some revenge at some point. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But what I'm going to do now is I've got a buddy, Ryan, who's out there still running right now, and he did really well last year. He's trying to do even better this year. I think if he gets under 21 hours, he'll be really happy, and that'll be somewhere between 12 and 1 this morning. So I'm going to probably rest up a little bit, and then I'm going to head out there and try to see him finish the race, because I have an enormous amount of respect for everybody who's run this race. there are guys that finished this thing in 18 hours, and even if I had kept going, I would have been lucky to finish in 30. So I had already admired the guys who had finished 100-mile races, and I was hoping to join that club today. But what I got instead was an enormous amount of respect for these guys. And there's 63 people that were out there today running this race, and I'm sure a lot of them are going to finish. And I'd like to be at the finish line there to at least shake some of their hands and just tell them what a great job they did, because having run only half of the course, I know how difficult it is, and it was really, really hard. So I'm going to head up there to the finish line in a little bit and congratulate some of those guys. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. I just, the best way to sum it up is that I just got my butt kicked today, and it just was not my day. But I'll let you know. Hopefully I'll be back out there when I'm a little more prepared, and now I know what I'm up against.